welcome to the Jazz and Eli podcast. I am Eli.
I'm Jazz.
And today my mom is going to be interviewing me. So I don't know what I'm going to do with the podcast because I haven't uploaded the other one yet. So I think I'm just going to finish that one, upload it, and then do this one and upload it on its normal schedule. So it was late. If anybody's listening, it was late because the first one was an hour and a half and a huge pain in the ass to edit. And
transfer the file itself.
I mean, it was the biggest mess. I had to cut it in the recorder, and then when I transferred it, it was fine up until I put it in Premiere Cut Pro, and then the other half of the whole audio would be in slow motion, so I'd have to speed it up. When I sped it up, it cut it in half. So I'd have to figure out at what point did it stop.
Oh, Lord.
Go back to the recording, listen to where it stops, cut that, and then endless cycle to the end.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. So I'm going to have to totally redo the whole original recording. Like the end, the outro, and then send it over. Finish it, process it, export it.
That does not sound like fun.
It hasn't
I'm glad
been
that's
fun.
your job, not mine.
Well, I mean, you do eBay.
Yeah, yeah.
You would, no, you couldn't.
I don't have time for it. I literally would not have time.
I barely have time. I have
Speaking
more
of
time
eBay, tomorrow there's a video. It's a 4-part series, so one a week for the next 4 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
For Bolo brands to be on the lookout for.
Okay.
So that we can learn. We can all do it together.
Okay. At your house?
I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Okay.
Even if I have to just email you the video link or whatever.
Okay.
We'll figure it out. But so I'm just excited about it because I paid for it.
Right. It's worth that $20.
$20. Well, the other class that I want to take is $40.
Mm-hmm.
So I figured $20 for 4 videos was more than fair.
Right.
It's sort of a pay what you want. So I could have paid 2, but that just seemed wrong.
Yeah.
No. She put a lot of effort into 4 videos.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not just paying her $2.
Yeah. No, that's messed up. It's practically stealing it.
It is. I mean, honestly, I probably could have even gotten it for free. But again, she put a lot of time and effort into doing those videos. It's worth the $20. All right, so I guess let's get this started.
All
right. So first question.
All right.
What is your favorite holiday and why?
Now that I'm getting older, it doesn't really matter anymore, especially since I have my own kid.
Right.
And I just watch her enjoy these holidays, and I try to make them special for her. So really, it's just now the experience of my kid going through these holidays more than it is me experiencing them. But I think my favorite one, it was between Halloween and Christmas. I liked both of them a lot because Halloween was when I got to dress up however I wanted. And
be whatever you wanted.
Be whatever I wanted. And then Christmas, a lot of it was about the presents. I mean,
growing up as a kid, that's pretty much all Christmas is.
That's all it's about. Like, in your perspective,
stuff.
you get stuff for free just because.
Just
because.
Especially since our family didn't have any sort of religious component to it. It was just family and gifts.
Family and gifts, yeah. So, I mean, we participated in Christmas.
Who doesn't want presents?
Really, though, like, I don't know anybody who doesn't like presents. I mean, there are probably those selfless people who are like, no, don't give me presents, but I have not.
No, they still want presents.
I love presents. I like getting stuff for free. I mean, it sounds, fucked up and kind of vapid, but I like when people think of me and they're like, here's this thing
that really made me think of you.
That really made me think of you, and you can have it, and it makes me feel good.
Right. Okay.
Like, oh, they thought about me, and they knew what I wanted, and they got me that thing. So.
Fair enough. So between Halloween and Christmas.
Between Halloween and Christmas.
Yeah.
And I try to make those holidays as special for Charlie as I can because they were my favorite holidays.
Right. All right. So what's your fondest childhood memory?
The time we went to Swoosie was pretty great. And then Girl Scouts was awesome. Because those were like, you get to meet new people.
Mm-hmm.
Learn new things that you didn't know before or experience something else.
Mm-hmm.
Like learning how to swim or getting my polar bear badge where I swam from one end of the pool to the other at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Oh my.
And it was cold.
Oh, I bet.
But that was a great life experience. I told you it'd take me a second. The experience of camping was good. You know, getting around an actual campfire and
Mm-hmm.
eating and drinking from it, and because we had the kits, like
Mm-hmm.
that was nice. And then the songs, and then all that was, it was a pretty great experience. It's before I got fat, like really fat. So I could still wear shorts.
Yeah. Let's see.
So
you guys went to camp what? You were what, 9 or 10?
something like that. Yeah, it was.
I'm trying to think.
It had to have been because it was like the time frame. Like I was chubby as a kid, but it was before I like started like
Getting really fat.
getting so fat that I couldn't wear shorts
Mm-hmm.
in public. Just because of my personal like.
Right. Personal comfort level, not
Yeah.
because it was anything wrong with it.
Yeah. It's like if I felt comfortable with it, I would have worn them, but I don't, so I don't. That's fun. But yeah, that, the time I went camping with Catherine and Chris down at the river behind the apartments on Highway 9. Where the hobos live.
Right. Yeah, I know where you're talking about.
Yeah. Oh no, it's not bright.
No, probably not.
Riding in the back of a truck on I-35 headed towards Mustang.
Yeah, that's not enough to give your mom a heart attack.
Yeah. Adults driving the car,
Uh-huh.
letting us sit in the back. Yeah. Just stuff like that.
Alright. Would you rather explore a new planet or the deepest parts of the ocean?
Deepest parts of the ocean.
And why?
Oh, God. There's so much more down in the ocean that we don't even... we haven't even explored it all. There's so much of it. I want to see...
And there's parts we can't even get to because of the pressure.
Yeah, so there's just so much unexplored territory down there.
Interesting to see what's down
It would
there.
be it'd be like going out in outer space. Like, I would totally leave this planet just to see what else is out there. I want to see it.
Right.
Like, I want to see the deep, dark depths of the ocean that nobody else gets to see. So...
Cool.
I would really like to see what's down there. All of it.
All the monsters.
The monsters,
The
yeah.
monsters.
The creepy things that terrify us but really are kind of harmless to us.
Oh, yeah, they can't survive up here.
Yeah, so...
What is your favorite season?
Fall
Fall.
and spring.
Well, in Oklahoma, those are basically the same thing.
Yeah.
You get basically the same weather.
Yeah. So,
The same
for
temperature
us,
fluctuations,
except my grass grows.
Right.
I have to pay for my lawn to get mowed during the spring.
That's for most of the fall.
No, yeah, a good percentage of it.
Yeah, it's what, like
Might as well.
November by the time you're no longer having
winter, technically.
to mow. Yeah.
I only get like 3 months where I get to save.
That's when it's not
$50
too hot or too cold.
I'm just waiting for someone to come knock on my door and say, hey, I'll do this for $20. And I'm like, I'm down. I don't want to pay another $50 for one to get my...
You,
He does a great service. He's fantastic. He
He's got
cleans
a huge yard, so it's really kind of...
And it's a great price for as big as my yard is.
Right.
But at
you
the same
need
time,
a kid with a lawnmower who's trying to earn a couple extra bucks.
I don't have enough money
Not
to
somebody
pay.
who's trying to earn a living.
Yeah, this guy is earning, his business thrives on this money. So $50 is totally reasonable.
Right. He edges and everything.
He edges, he clips, he does a great job.
Even keeps your bush trimmed up.
Yeah, all for $50.
Yeah.
55 for the bush. Because it's extra work.
But you might be able to talk to your new neighbor and see if he'd be willing to split some of it with you, since they're doing the whole front.
Yeah.
I don't see how only that is you.
Mm-hmm.
Just because it's in front of your door. He gets the parking lot, you get the yard.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense, but anyway, that's just personal. Let's see. What was your favorite cartoon character as a child? Am I asking difficult questions here?
Well, yeah, because I really don't think about them that often. Okay, so I really liked the X-Men, and I liked watching SpongeBob and Fairly Odd Parents, and...
Oh, you were totally into Powerpuff Girls for a long time.
Yeah, when I was 5. But yeah, Powerpuff Girls. And then, and Phineas and Ferb when I was older, and then a lot of Cartoon Network. A lot of Cartoon Network.
Cartoon Network.
So, I mean, I don't think I have a favorite. Like, I don't really have favorites of anything. I have a cluster of things that I liked.
Right, right.
So, I mean, I appreciated the artwork style of all these different cartoons and stuff. Like, I watched Backyardigans when I was like 8 or 9. Nice. And then, I mean, so, like, I just have clusters of things that I like to watch. And it can range from a baby show, air quotes, to Adult Swim.
Right.
You know, so I don't really have a preference.
Okay. If you could live in a book, TV show, or movie, what would it be?
Doctor Who. Because I can travel through time and space. That's the kind of adventure you cannot beat.
Right.
Personally, in my opinion, seeing the universe and the past and the future in the same week. I mean,
I'd lean towards something more fantasy, but I see your point.
Yeah. I could pick a destination, we go there, we see it.
Right.
And I
try really hard not to get involved in a Cybermen show.
Yeah, like, just less dramatic. Like, I don't want to save the universe, but I want to see it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like, I'll leave that for the professionals. If there's another, discount Doctor Who that can take me through space and time with my kid without all the dramatic bullshit, I'm down. Like,
right.
Me and Charlie are going. I'm not leaving her behind.
Well, this next question sort of feeds into that.
Okay. If
you could time travel, would you go to the past or the future? Or would you just sort of go all over the place?
I want to go to the past because I want to see what happened before me. And we talked about that in the last podcast. I would want to see the future because I want to see what happens. Where does this moment take us?
How do we figure this out?
Where are we gonna be okay? Or is this the end? But I feel like every human before us has felt that way.
Right.
Like, is this gonna end us? Or are we gonna grow from this and change and become better? Or are we gonna...
Or is this truly the end of the world?
Is this gonna take us down and this is the end? Like, is this where the end starts?
Mm-hmm.
Like, we went up and then we went down. But
is this the pinnacle of human civilization, or
I mean, and we're not the only humans who have thought this.
Oh, I'm sure.
I guarantee we're not. There's no freaking way in the thousands and thousands, maybe millions of years of human growth and growth and evolution has a human not ever thought, is this it? Is this where we end? We got this high and now we're gonna fall from this? So, I would like to see, is this gonna end us or is this gonna get us to where we need to be?
Alright. Don't hold back just because I'm your mom.
Okay.
What's the craziest thing you've ever done?
So...
Aside from getting knocked up at 18.
I mean...
Have you ever gone hog wild and done something insane? Aside from sleeping with hobos? Not. Sleeping where the hobos camp out.
Yeah, I mean, I've done some dumb stuff, but, like, I'm a homebody, and I don't do anything interesting, and you know that, but I guess, it's hard to pinpoint. I got drunk. I've been drunk. To the point where I thought I was going to die, but like, or could have possibly, but I've gotten some pretty weird situations, but like they were kind of like aggressive, but not me, like it was somebody else. That doesn't really affect anything. I mean, I don't know, dude.
So, not anything really in particular?
No.
You haven't done anything wild and crazy? Man, you need some letting your hair down time.
I've never had it.
I know. You went straight from being a kid to a mom.
Yeah. I mean, so...
I didn't expect it to be a huge, crazy...
Even when I was a teenager, I just didn't do anything. I'm just kind of drifting. And have been since birth. I've just been kind of in life. So, I mean, I've done some shitty shit, but what human hasn't?
Let's see. What animal would be cutest if scaled down to the size of a cat?
An elephant. Or a panda. Oh, Charlie would love to have a panda. Oh, a giraffe would be cool too.
Dude, I would totally do a giraffe.
You would. I would.
But I have a thing for giraffes, so, I mean...
I like elephants. They're nice.
I could see elephants would be cool. Have a cat-sized elephant.
And a panda.
Cat-sized panda.
Elephant and a panda.
Elephant, panda, and a giraffe. We could have our own little zoo.
Would be cute. I would love it.
Oh my god, yeah, that'd be so cool.
She'd be rough with them, though.
Well, at least a panda could handle it. Well, maybe not a cat-sized panda.
Right.
Let's see. Would you rather be able to breathe underwater or fly through the air?
Underwater.
Afraid of heights. And I'd still want to fly.
Oh, God.
No. Well, the biggest fear of heights is falling, right?
I've always wanted to be a mermaid.
So if you could fly, you wouldn't have to worry about falling.
I've always wanted to be a mermaid.
Yeah.
Always.
I can see that.
Okay. Nope. Sorry. Favorite cartoon character? Ariel. Motherfucking Ariel.
Changed your answer.
I love The Little Mermaid. I mean, for real. Like, red hair and everything.
Well, you managed part of it.
I dyed my hair red.
Not a mermaid, but your hair is red.
My hair is fucking red. That's part of the reason why I like the color.
What is your favorite 1900s era? Or which 1900s era would you travel back to?
So many options.
Let's see, I would go to the 20s.
20s, I would like to see. But if it was
the clothes alone.
If it was a one-time answer, Like, are we a spectator or am I living in this shit?
Spectator.
Okay.
Nobody wants to live in the early 1900s.
I would actually like to live in the early 1900s.
I don't know.
Like,
there's no antibiotics. They hadn't figured out vaccines yet.
But as a spectator, I would like to watch the early 1900s, right when
like
they start
1900 to
flourishing.
1960-ish.
Yeah. Where we really start taking off, and then we kind of go downhill from the 80s.
Yeah. Well, that's what happens when you defund everything. But anyway, we're not getting into politics. This is a light and breezy one. Let's see. What was your dream job growing up?
I had so many. Directing was one of them. I always go back to directing in YouTube. And have since I was 12. I knew what YouTube was. It's still kind of
your dream job.
Yeah. And I
know that if you could run away and work for Phil DeFranco, you'd be on that shit.
I don't have anything to offer him, though.
Hell, I would go with you.
Yeah, I don't have anything to offer him, though. I know. I see it. There's an image on my screen of what looks like a penis.
And it's actually just a highway interchange, but it looks like a penis.
Yeah.
How about that back massager that Catherine and I found at it was an estate sale.
Oh.
Sitting on a shelf, and I see it from a distance, and it's just a stick and two balls. It's a back massager. Okay.
Dildo.
It looked like a wooden dildo.
It looks like something you bring to a Tupperware party.
What is the one thing you miss about being a kid? If anything at all.
Not paying the bills.
Not paying the bills.
The bills not being my problem.
For real, dude. I would love it if the bills were somebody else's fucking problem.
If I didn't have to worry about it at all, life would be great.
For real. Sometimes I wish that had been your dad's forte. Nope, he left that one on my shoulders.
Oh, well. Everyone has their part, I guess.
See, but he's better with money and accounting and numbers and math in general. But I'm the one that handles all the finances. And I've been fucking it up for 25 years, but he's been letting me, so...
Oh, Dad. You fucked up.
I never could let it go. I've tried to hand it over to him, and 5 minutes later, I'm taking it back. So...
partially your fault.
So it is a little bit my fault, but yeah.
We're heading in on the 30-minute mark where we have to pause.
Alright, well, let's answer this one last question, then we'll take a quick break. What is the craziest, most outrageous thing you want to achieve?
YouTube.
Well, we've got a good start going.
Yeah, uploading is where you start.
Someone's
bound to listen.
Eventually.
Hopefully.
It may be a few months, but somebody will eventually listen. And maybe they'll listen to more than one.
Well, if you are listening, leave a comment.
And we appreciate you.
Truly. I guess we'll take our break.
Alright.
Alright, welcome back.
Alright.
Let's move on to the next question.
Next question. What is your favorite smell in the whole world?
Oh, fuck. I have... Food.
Any particular food?
Not really. Chinese. I like to smell Chinese. Not like Panda Express or any of that bullshit. Like Happy Garden and Asian Buffet.
Still commercialized, westernized Chinese, but...
Yamoto.
I've never been in there.
Movie theater smells good because of the popcorn. Popcorn is a delicious smell. I don't like cooked onion. I don't like the smell of cooked onions. Like at all. It makes Dad stink.
It does.
I like the smell of, yeah, food.
Rain.
Ooh, smell of rain. That's a good one, too. Or, like, the lawn after it's freshly mowed.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good smell.
With a thunderstorm rolling in on top of it.
That, the thunder smell right before.
The thunderstorm smell.
Yeah.
It's a smell you can become very familiar with in Oklahoma.
It's a good smell.
Oh, yeah. It's one of the
relaxing.
yummiest. Especially right when it's been really, really hot and the rain starts hitting the pavement. So it's that warm, wet, I don't know. Yeah.
Oh, I hate humidity.
Not the humidity, just the smell of it. Not
Yeah.
how it feels, but just the smell of it.
I hate the smell of summer.
So, yeah.
Everything smells hot.
Well, yeah, but when the storms move in and it starts to cool down.
Yeah, and yeah.
Yeah.
I get
love
where you're
that
coming
smell.
from, but I hate the smell of hot.
Yeah. I understand
Hot
that.
air sucks.
Yeah.
I hate it.
That is definitely something you get a lot of here, too.
It makes me feel like, ugh.
Yeah.
Makes me feel like a dry fish. I hate it. I mean, I truly long for the days of cool weather.
Hence the liking spring and fall.
Winter, but it's been a mild
But
one this year.
we don't really get a lot of super cold, long, like months on end where it's cold. We get like a week or two, and then it gets warm for a few days, and then it gets cold again for a week.
Yeah.
So, we don't deal with a whole lot of super cold weather here. Let's see. I bet you could come up with this one. If you could hire out one household chore, what would it be?
All of them.
You only get one.
Laundry.
Laundry.
I hate
From
doing
beginning to end, wash, fold, all of it.
all of it. Do all of my laundry. I will clean the rest of the house, no problem. I mean, for real.
I think I'd want to somebody to scrub my floors.
Dishes I'm totally cool with doing. If I didn't have to do laundry. I still don't even do that many chores here. So.
Well, it's not a big place.
No. I could do more. But at the same time, I don't use the kitchen that often. So I don't feel like I'm the one that should be cleaning it. So. I'm just saying, personally. Yeah. I don't like, you just as much as you don't like cleaning up after people.
Yeah, nobody likes it.
No. I am not your bitch.
If you found a briefcase full of money...
I would turn it in. Because I'm not getting stuck with that.
Well,
there are strings attached to that shit.
I was going to stipulate there was no way to identify who it belongs to.
Okay.
There's no fear of what happened to John.
Okay.
With getting in trouble for stealing lost items. That's not a factor.
Okay.
So you just find no strings attached, briefcase full of money in the middle of the street. Nobody could lead it back to you if...
I'd give it to Food and Shelter because that's still not my money.
Personally, I'd keep it.
If someone handed it to me and said, hey, there's your cash, I'd be like, cool, alright, I got free money. But if I found it in the middle of the road, I would give it to somebody else so that they could use it for better causes. I would hand it in to Food and Shelter. They need the money.
So do you.
Fuck that. They need it more.
Okay.
Nobody gave it to me personally and said it was mine. So, I would turn it in. I'd give it to them. I would deposit that shit in my account, and then I'd give it to them. Make it all legal and shit.
Mm-hmm.
It'd still look like I was laundering money, though.
Probably. If you could live forever, how would you spend eternity?
Oh, God. Oh, forever is a long time.
Sure is.
I would probably spend eternity not working. I'd be traveling. I don't know with what money.
Okay, well, you got eternity, so
I'd probably
amass some wealth.
Well, I'd probably start with investing small quantities to people and just let it go and see where it went. If it went, downhill, I wouldn't lose basically nothing.
Mm-hmm.
But if they grew and got bigger and better, then my investment would go somewhere and I would be getting more money. So I'd probably do that.
Invest.
Small portions of money. And that way I could have income. I could do that now. But I don't have that kind of time.
Okay, let's see. I've skipped a few, so we're going to go back. What's your favorite comedy movie?
White Chicks is good. Hot Chick is good. Grandma's Boy is pretty funny.
Mm-hmm.
I don't find it as funny as Dad does, though.
Oh my gosh, he loves that movie.
He thinks it's the funniest movie in the world.
Yeah, I'd have to say that's definitely his favorite comedy.
Yeah, that's one of his favorite comedies.
Just movies in general is one of his favorites for sure.
I don't really like movies that much. I'm not a big movie person. I don't know why.
Huge time investment.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's what it boils down to. Do I really want to sit here and watch all of this?
But yeah, how much do you binge watch TV shows?
That's fair.
I mean, you watch 2 TV shows, it's basically the same as watching a movie.
Mm-hmm.
2 to 3 episodes, and you've watched a movie.
Fair, but the plot changes per episode.
But does it? Depending on the show. I mean, some of them have a very strong plot thread.
True. Just depends. I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, so then what's your favorite comedy show?
There's so many.
I know,
There's
right?
Friends. That would be one of my favorites because it's old and that's where my loyalties lie. But Friends, Happy Endings, second to Friends because they're
that show was just too short.
Oh, I agree. And then Grace and Frankie. It's a pretty great show. The new The Marvelous Miss Maisel. That's a fantastic show.
Yeah.
And then I like witty comedy. I don't like dumb comedy. And I would find Grandma's Boy dumb comedy. That's you get it immediately. It doesn't take a whole lot of whoa, I get that joke. Kind of I like the wit to a joke. Other than
more than just a punchline.
A punchline.
Yeah.
Just for a quick laugh. I like a storyline behind it. And then, I don't know, witty comedy. I like it better than bullshit that Dad likes to entertain himself with. Mm-hmm. And just other people around me.
Yeah, Grandma's Boy is more stoner comedy.
Yeah, and I'm not on that wavelength and never have been.
Alright. What was your favorite subject in school?
History.
History?
100% history.
I hated history in school.
I loved it. English was alright, but history.
My problem with history was they wanted you to remember all these dates specified with these exact moments, they didn't just want you to go, oh, well, this person did this, this, and this. They wanted you to remember that this person did this thing on this date, and I never could do it. Names are horrible for me, and dates are horrible for me.
I agree.
So I had a really hard time pinpointing, April 12th of 1965, this thing happened.
But I don't think it was the whole memorizing test portion. of it all. I think it was just the learning about it.
Right. The story
The
of it. Rather
teachers
than
that I had were really great at
See,
explaining
I didn't.
history.
I
to
guess
me.
I didn't have that.
Probably not.
They wanted me to memorize a bunch of facts and figures, and I couldn't do it.
Miss Rhodes is where it really started. She kicked off a lot of things for me. She really got me interested in a
She
lot
was
of stuff.
definitely one of your
I
best teachers.
love Miss Rhodes so much.
Still.
Is one of my favorite teachers.
Yeah.
But I had
She was the one that helped you with the GED, wasn't she? Yeah.
her and Miss Brooks.
Post school, she was well out of school.
She's a retired teacher. Did it for free.
Yeah.
Helped
She saw
me.
you on Facebook, right? And said, I'll help.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Wonderful.
started
Oklahoma
sitting
teachers. Woo!
Do it for free. She did it for free
To
to
make
make
sure
sure that I
that-
had an education. when I
Yeah, to
was
make sure
finished.
you did better in life. Because she knew that you would. Yeah. And that's how much the Oklahoma teachers care about their students.
Even after school, after fifth
Retired.
grade. She retired the year after me, my sister's grade. After her class, she retired. She was my 5th grade teacher,
And then
and I loved her.
help. Yeah, I don't
She
think
got
any of
me
my
into
teachers even know
reading.
who I am.
Like,
Could have found me.
She really got me into reading.
Uh-huh.
Like the Roald Dahl books. She would read them in class, and I loved those books. Those were good books, and she got me into reading, and that's really, and then Twilight after that, and then it just kept going.
Right.
Like, so I think a lot of my reading to her, she really got me into it. And history. She made it all sound so cool.
Yeah.
So, and it was. I mean, if you're taught in a specific way, I mean, it can really open up a child's, like, want and learn to understand it.
Yeah.
If you make it this boring test-taking, cram information down your throat vibe, the kids are gonna
and that's
absorb
pretty much
it.
all I ever got out of history was they just wanted me to remember what date stuff happened on, and
Yeah.
that's not the way you want to do history. Because it's not what date stuff happened on isn't nearly as important as what happened.
Mm-hmm.
And as an adult, I love history. Couldn't tell you what dates things happened on still, but I've started to appreciate the story.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, let's see. What was I going to ask you next? If you had to choose to live without one of your 5 senses, which one would it be?
It's an actual fear of mine to lose
A sense.
a sense.
Which one do you think you could live without the most?
I love listening to music. I love tasting food. I love smelling food. I like to touch things. I like the feeling of just like my kid hugging me. Or
Right.
hugging grandma. And then I'm afraid that I'll lose my sight. I like watching things. I like seeing things with my eyes. Especially someone who wants to see things with her own eyes.
Uh-huh.
Losing my eyesight would kill me. I could not do it. It's terrified me since Roger. I mean, he never scared me, but like to
Like,
know
just
that I
the-
could be blind and what it would be like for me and seeing it in my face terrified the fuck out of me. So none of them. I am very selfish when it comes to that. Like I said, I don't have a favorite of anything. I have clusters of favorites.
Right.
There are some things that kind of center in the middle, but otherwise they're kind of like lumped in with like anything Disney. Disney was my childhood. Even though it was that racism was in a lot of it.
Well, I think I've only got one more question.
Okay.
And I probably already know the answer to this one.
Okay.
What are you most grateful for?
You guys. You guys are my support system. Without you, I'd be fucked. I don't know what I would do. I think I could not handle it. You guys are the only reason that I haven't, like, completely lost my shit. You're here for me, you help me, you feed me. So, you give me rides to work, you watch my kid. I mean, nobody else has that. Not everybody has that.
No. We certainly didn't have it.
Yeah, so I'm really appreciative of you guys. I depend on you.
Yeah. I think that's all my questions.
That's it? All right.
Yep.
That's short.
Yeah, I didn't have 20,000 questions like you did.
I am your kid. You are my mom. You saw my whole life.
Right.
So, it's different.
I have fewer things
to know.
To need to know about you. Well, that I don't already.
I'm an open fucking book. These would be better with Catherine.
She would never answer them openly.
She's very much like Dad.
Yeah.
He said that he might not participate in the podcast. I was like, come on! He's like, I might not tell you the answer. How do you know I'm telling you the truth? I'm like, why would you lie to me? He's like, I don't know. I was like, okay.
Your dad's such a funny
What do you have to hide from me, Dad? Are you a secret spy from England that...
No, he's not anywhere near that interesting.
Yeah, I mean...
I promise.
He's been hiding it for 20 years. Set here to assassinate
He's a sleeper agent.
He's a sleeper. He would love that. He would love that. He'd be the world's worst sleeper. When it's time to wake up, he's like, bitch, I'm out of shape. There's no fucking way.
Right.
I mean, he was thin for a man his age. I mean...
He's got quite a spare tire, though.
He's got a gut, but I mean, he could be so much worse.
Oh, well, yeah, totally.
I mean, it's not like...
He's not to the point of no return where, like, he's so fat that if he lost the weight, he'd still have a ton of skin or
We already
anything.
proved that, you know, consistent walks around the block for all of us has improved his health, and he was losing weight, but then we all stopped and we gained
it all back.
I gained half of it back. I did not gain it all back.
I have not gained it back. I gained a little bit back when my ankle was sprained, but I have since lost it. And I'm back down to where I was before I sprained my ankle.
I'm down to 315.
I'm
being
still at 237. So
330, but I was down to 300. 298.
Yeah.
I was down to 298.
And gained it.
I gained 20 pounds back, and then I'm down to 15 again. 315. It helps that I can no longer stand eating Taco Bell lunch items anymore.
I bet that helps.
I cannot physically eat it. I try, and I can't do it without feeling physically sick.
5 years was the tipping point, huh?
Took me 5 years.
You know
I am a food addict. I have a serious problem with food. It took me 5 years to get rid of Taco Bell.
You know what today is?
What?
My 12th anniversary at my job.
Around this point is my 2nd year anniversary of not smoking cigarettes.
I have until June 7th, and it'll be 10 years without cigarettes.
I can't say that I have not craved them.
June 7th was the last time I smoked. Oh, God.
There are some times when someone's flipping that pack open, I'm just like, can I have one? Just one.
I'll walk past somebody and smell it. I'm just like...
Sometimes I just want to have one cigarette.
And it's been 10 years.
Sometimes I just want to have one cigarette, but I'm like, if I get in that car and Dad smells cigarettes on me, he's going to judge me so hard.
He would.
But at the same time, do I want to feel gross again?
Right.
Like, I feel gross enough being fat.
All I think about is waking up in the middle of the night and not being able to breathe. Like, literally gasping for air.
Being angrier because I'm having a nicotine withdrawal.
That wasn't even as much of a concern for me as the just not being able to breathe.
I'm a cranky bitch.
Breathe.
Yeah, I'm a cranky bitch, but I'm a much crankier bitch if I don't have my cigarette.
Right.
Like, I get mean. And hostile.
Yeah, see, I didn't really get hostile. I would just get antsy.
I never got antsy. I got mean, especially at work.
The worst was not being able to breathe in the middle of the night. Like,
I never got to that point because I'd only been smoking
I'd smoked for 15 years at that point. So, yeah, 15 years I'd been smoking at that point, and
so you were to the point where you just couldn't.
I literally couldn't. I would wake up in the middle of the night gasping for air. I'd have to sit. It would wake me up. I would have to sit upright and take in huge gulps of breath because I couldn't breathe. And that was, I mean, when I could finally get a hold of Chantix, I paid the $100 for the first month and that was a couple of years before my job started paying for it. I was a little upset about that. That after I finally had quit smoking, they finally started covering it for free if you were going to quit smoking. Because it's a lot cheaper to cover a non-smoker than it is a smoker. When you work for an insurance company, they think about these sorts of things. But yeah, one of the best things I ever did for myself. I mean, I still have problems breathing, but I don't wake up gasping in the middle of the night anymore, you know? I don't get winded putting on my bra. Yeah, that was really...
I get winded cleaning my house.
Yeah, but you're up and moving around and doing stuff, but...
I'm also 315 pounds.
Right.
My legs are sore simply from cleaning the house today. By putting support of my weight on my legs has caused...
To bend over and pick stuff up off the floor?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I feel you.
I'm a fat bitch.
Yep.
People at work are noticing the holes in my pants.
Oh,
They're getting bigger, I guess, so you can see them in the back.
I
don't have money
to buy $50 pants.
Yeah, I don't have that. I have a Lane Bryant card, but that'll throw me some more in debt. And I want to get my credit card to a point where it's manageable.
Right.
Before I start throwing myself on to $80 for a pair of pants at Lane Bryant.
Right.
So we'll see. I mean, it's probably going to be me.
You might be able to find them for cheaper on eBay.
Yeah, maybe. It's hard with eBay because I can't wear them. I can't see myself in them.
What you do is you take the pants you have that fit you and you measure them.
I hate those pants because they don't look good on me. They make me look like a square fat box, and I hate it. Like, I want there to be some making my legs look good. I know it's hard to do. I have fat lady legs, but I also have a butt and it could use some definition.
Yeah, but you just need something it doesn't matter what you look like in them, they're for work.
I care, because it's the only place that I can look good at all because I never leave my house. So, I would like to find a pair of pants that looks good on me.
Well, okay. Option number 2. Find a pair of pants at Lane Bryant that looks good on you, that fits you the way you want them to fit. Then measure them.
Okay.
I mean, I'm talking measure them across the waist, measure them across the hips, measure the, midpoint of the crotch up to the top of the, that part.
The belly button.
Yeah, up to the belly button. And, and the length of the inseam.
Okay.
And use those measurements to find something on eBay. I also recommend trying to find somebody who has free returns so they won't charge you for shipping if they don't fit.
Yeah.
Because it could happen that you'll find them, they say the measurements are correct, you put them on, and they do not fit like you're expecting. It happens. And the way eBay has recently changed their policies to where if you want to be a top seller plus, you have to offer free returns for any reason. So a lot of them are already switching over to that because that's coming down the line here in a couple months. So, look for somebody who will do free returns and who factors shipping in. I'm just trying to figure out ways to bring your costs down. Who factors shipping in, and then just use those measurements to try to find a pair of pants that'll fit you better.
All right.
You just lay them flat and measure.
In the middle of
Lane Bryant, why not?
There's a million reasons why not.
But what are they gonna do? Nothing.
That just look really embarrassing.
You're in the dressing room. What are they gonna? They can't see you.
What if like it's sticking out of the door? It's obvious.
Get the big one. There's always a big one. Big room for wheelchair accessible.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I have pretty big spaces anyways, because there's big ladies going in
Yeah, because there's some big ladies going in there. Exactly.
So,
it's Lane Bryant.
Mm-hmm. I would like to work there, too. But I hate retail.
Discount.
If they had, like, a 50-cent discount, or 50% discount, whoo.
Oh, shit. That'd almost be worth it.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, they'd expect you to dress a certain way.
Uh-huh. I'd have to buy their clothes.
Yes, you would.
Mm-hmm. So, discount.
Well, it looks like we're wrapping up to an hour here.
All right. That was the Jazz and Eli podcast. I am Eli.
I'm Jazz.
Follow us on Twitter at Eli Podcasts. Comment down below if you're listening. Like this if you're listening, and subscribe if you want to hear more. Let us know anything that you would like to hear from us.
Any topics you'd like for us to discuss, rant about, whatever.
I feel like a political rant is upcoming at some point.
Yeah, we're always good for a good political rant. So.
Yeah. But I also like to base it off some fact. So I mean,
right.
What comes with that is research.
Right.
And I'm not a strong researcher, so. Which is why I could bring nothing to Philip DeFranco. Alright, so.
Well, thanks for listening.
We'll see you next week, hopefully. And goodbye.